G'day, welcome back to the lab. Right, bad news. Everyone knows it, of course. New Zealand's going into lockdown effectively Wednesday night, which is tomorrow night. So we're going to absolutely struggle to get our hands on any bits and pieces to carry on with our Gloria project, Ben's Gloria. So today, a bit of a run around, go into town, procure what I can, and order what I can't get from local sources and just hope for the best. Hopefully get a few more bits and pieces and get some more progress done on this thing. A week, maybe 2 weeks of progress, and at that point I fully expect to run out of bits and pieces. Not much more I actually want to do on the little march there. Oh, by the way, yeah, we popped back into the wheel store and we've got the fronts and the rears to go onto here. The biggest problem is we don't. Camera's going mad. We something quite important missing just in this bit here. One of those flangey things with the bolty bits and the roundy thing in the middle. So a bit of stress going on there. The diff was supposed to be back here quite some time ago and we still haven't got it. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. If I don't get that diff back, the Ford 9-inch diff, my backup plan is to put the original diff back into this car, put some wheels on it, put it on the ground, piss it off outside, and let's do an engine change on the ute. I've got a VK45DE to go into the ute. I built that while I was still quite munted from my crash, so I really probably need to tear it down, put it back together again, make sure it's done right, make sure there's no issues with it. We can do that. It's going to be better than the VK45DD with the port injection, or manifold injection conversion that I did, but it's not going to be perfect. It's going to be better. So I'll have to get the tune sorted out somehow. Now, everyone's on lockdown. You can't do tuning performance cars and say that's an essential service. It just isn't. However, you could do a remote tune. So we've got onboard lambda sensors on that computer that's in that ute. Bit of wind blowing crap around up there. So we can hook up the DC inverter, do flicky thingy, power supply for the computer, for a laptop, plug in the laptop, plug it into the cell phone, go TeamViewer or whatever software we want to use, hook up with a tuner who could be, that was random, could be sitting in Tauranga for instance, or bottom of the Kaimais, and I can just drive around, maybe go to the Waikato Expressway, which will be pretty quiet, and we can basically do dyno pulls, say third gear. You could probably get away with it without going over the speed limit, maybe. And yeah, and just cruise around and at least get the basics of the tune sorted out. It should be not far away. It won't be perfect, but it should be close enough that I can start it, drive it, and then we'll just fine tune it a little bit to the point that that'll do until everything's up and open running again. Desperately want to go and get some carbon fibre for our little beastie. I'm not kidding. I want to go and get some carbon fibre, real carbon fibre, and I want to do things like the flares and that, which I've always said I didn't want to do. My phone's mental, eh? I didn't do that. Just did that by itself. But hey, whatever. Stop it! That's funny. Yeah, so I'm thinking carbon fibre, but again, sourcing that in this time frame, I don't know. I've got heaps of resin. I can make plugs and moulds and whatever, and we can make some bits and pieces for the March. Because I mean, if I'm going to be twiddling my thumbs for, let's say, 2 weeks, 3 weeks when we run out of work on the Gloria, and I've done the engine conversion or change, replacement, whatever you want to call it, on the ute, I want to do something, you know. I can't sit around and do nothing. I'll go insane. Anyway, hey, so here comes the fastest lap that we've done from Taupo in the March, in the little thing there. This lap was supposed to be just a throwaway lap. I was like, We're gone as quick as we're going to go for the weekend. Let's just go and chuck the car around a little bit and find some limits of adhesion on a few corners and take some stupid lines and see what it does. And it wound up being the fastest lap of the weekend, so that was awesome. Really quite gutted actually that we're not racing this weekend coming, but not complaining, totally get it. You know, my parents are in their mid-70s, my wife's parents are in the mid-70s. 10% kill rate with this virus at that age group or thereabouts, you know. Not keen on that stuff spreading around, so lockdown it is, which is, that's okay. Yeah, I'll just sit and watch my fast lap a dozen times in a row, pretend I'm at the racetrack with a vodka. Yeah. All right. Hope you enjoy the lap. Like, comment, share, subscribe, etc. If you want to see any details of anything on this beastie, this one here, or even the bloody Gloria, or even the Bedford. Bedford's sitting out there in the rain. Not quite raining, actually, at the moment. It was early. If you want to see any of that stuff, just comment. Just let me know. We're going to have heaps of time to kill, man. Heaps of time. So we can go through any details you want. I'm just wandering around the shop here. Even maybe the sizes and the offsets of these wheels and how we're going to make them fit on the back and how we did the chassis rails and all that. And I might even talk to LVVTA and see if they're going to have, maybe they'll still might have some of their services running and operating from home, and maybe we can do a walkthrough of how you fill out the technical committee application form and the process behind that, and maybe they want to do a little bit of a video and walk us through the whole thing, and everyone can see where I've gone wrong and where I went right, hopefully. Maybe we can do that. But anyway, here's a fast car. And I'll bang up some more content when I've got some action going on. Like I say, hopefully we'll get some parts for this. We'll get some more progress on this. When that runs out, I'll put it on the ground, piss it off outside. We'll bring the ute in. We'll pull the ute to pieces. That'll be good. Probably pull the whole body off the damn thing. It'll be easier than trying to get the engine out with the body on the chassis. And then you'll be able to see the full details of the custom chassis that we made for that. That was also went through the low volume cert process, of course, as a custom built car, as a scratch built car. We do that. I'm sure if we run out of things to do after that, I don't know. Let's do some knitting or something, eh? All right. Cheers, guys. Stay safe.